Hello everyone. I hope you're doing well. So today I want to continue showing you the new updates and the new improvements I've added to this wild program, this small text RPG that I'm making on QBasic. And I already showed the project and the idea in the first video, and today I want to show you the improvements, the new features that I have added here in this program, in this game, small game. So basically, I've added some music and sounds. You can see here in the code. I still program on QBasic. I am using DOSBox, and I open QBasic 7.1 using DOSBox. I use a computer with Linux, so I have Linux and I have DOSBox on Linux, and there I use QBasic and I program and I test the game there in DOSBox. So maybe if you have a real computer, real system, MS-DOS system, maybe the game couldn't be the same as I'm showing here. So I don't have a physical computer with MS-DOS, so I use DOSBox, and so I added some new music, some sounds, some transitions, some effects. I changed the colors. I added some effects. For example, when you see the storylines, the text, the different sentences of the story, you will see now they are shown little by little, one by one. That is different from as to it was before. So I'm really sorry about the way I'm speaking now, because it's 10 p.m. and I'm very tired today. But I wanted to use this time that I have to show you a little bit of the game. Another thing that I've added is in the different events that you will find in the game, you used to have positive events, negative events, information. For example, you met a character in the game and he gave you some information, and now I also added decisions. So what is decisions? Decisions are moments of the game in which you have to choose between several options, and depending on the option you choose, it will have a specific result. It can be positive or negative. So in this way, the player can impact in the result of the game, and it's not only something random that happens randomly just by luck, but here you have some decisions to make in the game. So yeah, I will show you the game directly, so how it looks now. While 0.3, I added some credits also, very short ones, created by me, right? It's an open source project. It is a project that I uploaded on GitHub, so it's there. It is there for anyone who would like to contribute, or just look at it, take a look at the code and modify it, play with it a little bit. So yeah, it's there in GitHub. It's an open source project. Alan Monroe from Ohio, he suggested some changes in the structure of the code of the game, and he suggested to organize in subs and functions. So I wasn't very used to to organize my program with subs. I usually wrote everything and used to make a huge mess with everything in only one place. But he helped me with this idea of adding organizing things in different subs. That's what I'm doing now. I'm organizing everything in sub programs, and also the when you roll the die and edit 6 die for all the different parts of the game. Now that's a function that is called roll d6, and instead of always writing the the code for randomization to generate a random number, now there's a function for that, and that's thanks to Alan Monroe from the USA, and it helped, and I hope more people suggest some more ideas. So I made that effect that I like very much. I made it by myself. So I added this introduction to this presentation, this introduction story at the beginning of the game. Also, the music is not very beautiful. It's not a good music, but not a great soundtrack there. But anyways, so you can move to different sides. Here you have a positive event. It will show you. It will describe the story. As you can see now, the way that the text appears is different because I changed that. I made a pause between the lines. I added a pause between the lines. Let me show you again. Okay, positive. You can see that the text appears one by one. The lines appear one by one. No thanks. Okay, oh, that's okay then. I changed the colors a little bit. For example, the color of the story, of the description, the text that describes the situation. Now it's in a different color. And I added this decision. The road divides in two different directions in front of you. One way goes west and the other east. Both roads seems to be dangerous as the area is infested with creatures and dark souls. Go west, go east. What is your choice? Depending on your choice, the game will direct you to a negative event or a positive event. You continue walking by the road, and after some kilometers, you see that the road goes through a huge and dangerous forest. You hear the sound of creatures all around you, but can't see them. Do you think running is an option? Run, do not run. What do you do? So I will stay there. Do not run. You decide to continue. You decide to continue walking at a low pace. You hear noises inside the woods, among the trees and the darkness of the forest. Suddenly, something jumps quickly right in front of you, blocking the way. As you can see, this transition is also new. We found there an enemy. An enemy appeared in front of us. So crawler, and here is the same fighting screen as before, the same thing. Well, in this case, you have died because probably the monster was very, very strong. This is something I have to fix because sometimes you can find very, very strong monsters and it doesn't help at all. You can have a good game in which you have good points in your skills, for example, if you have a strong character, and so you can have a pretty relaxing game. But sometimes you have very low points, your character is very, very weak, and just you walk a little bit around the map and you die in maybe 3 turns or 4. So I have to improve that. I need to add some balance in the game. Let's try again one more time. So the introduction, the horrible music. I would like to change it later. So here we have attack 12 points, defense 4 points, HP 6, and it's level 0. Mana 11 mana points, and 3 of gold. All these points are randomized at the beginning of the game. So every time you play, the statistics for the numbers, the points for your character will be different. My idea is that every time you play, it's a different experience with different characters and a different map, because the map is also 100% randomized. It's random. It's a random map. So let's see what we have here. So positive event, again, a person offering something, some stuff for you to buy. Let's try to buy. We don't have gold here, but let's try to buy number 1 mix of herbs. You don't have that money. I didn't say it was for free. Information. So this here, when you get information, a character from the place tells you something, gives you some information, or it describes a specific situation. This is something that I should improve a little bit. Also, is repetition of the events. That's really bad when it happens very often, because the game just doesn't feel well. Enemy encounter. You can see that the color. If you're in the desert, for example, the transition color will be yellow. If you are in the mountains, the transition color will be brown. If you are in a forest, it will be green. So I'll change that also. Well, again, you can see we have some problems with the balance of the game. I need to fix that. I need to improve it, but so far I'm very happy with the changes I've made in the game. That's all so far, and I'm very tiresome about that. Probably you can realize of that. See you next time. Bye bye.